Leah.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to the Mile High Club. In today's very first episode...
Da, da, da!
I know we've been threatening this for a long time, but we're actually recording it.
How did we actually manage to get here?
We're going to cover
It's been
that
a long time.
today.
It's been a long time coming.
It has. So we're going to talk about why this podcast exists, why I exist, and why we coexist together.
So welcome to the Mile High Pod.
Indeed. But before we kick off, Rach, I think I need to address something.
The elephant in the room.
Are you a member of the Mile High Club?
Yes.
I think you might be more than a one-time member. Is that right?
A platinum member?
Excuse
Could you have a
me?
platinum member?
Apparently so.
The black card of Mile High.
Now, for everybody watching at home, I don't know these stories either. So, Rachel, can you enlighten everybody to
The stories.
the stories?
Right, first of all, we're not talking Ryanair Alicante flights.
Okay, that's okay.
Can you imagine? How
No.
do we even do that?
I've heard of it.
I was
toilet.
lured into the Mile High Club on a date.
It sounds like somebody dragged you into the back of a
It
van
was like the
with a
sex
tree.
jet.
Tell me the story.
The sex jet. I found a dude. We started dating. He's like, I've got to go to New York. I've got to go to New York for a business trip. Would you like to come with me? And I'm thinking like first class. I'm thinking, yeah, he's got this little jet. Like
A little jet?
It was quite little. We didn't
Yeah.
have like bedrooms in the back.
Not one of those that I just flew on where the pilots can see.
It was a bit bigger than that.
Okay.
How do you do it in that? I was thinking.
Well, I was with my sister, so I definitely wasn't thinking about that.
No, you
but-
see, I got a Shaka jet for his birthday. It was my husband's 50th birthday. So I thought I'll treat him. I'll get him a jet. We'll go on a little trip. We'll have a bit of boogie up there.
Yeah.
And the whole time the pilot is like literally talking. I'm like, he's like, you right, guys? I'm like, yeah. There's a door. So it's like there isn't a door.
No,
There's
it
no
needs
door.
to be a bigger place.
So actually I don't know how I managed to become a member because it wasn't with my husband. But yeah, so this guy has lured me onto this New York trip, and whilst in the air, we just got a bit jiggy.
Do you know what? I'm actually not a member of the real Mile
Are you
High
not?
Club. No.
I have to say, I think it's overrated.
Yeah,
It's a
I
bit
think so.
squishy. The chairs, the stuff, it's quite low. You're banging your head. It's not what it's cracked up to be.
No, I can't imagine it is. But do you know what is cracked up for everything that is supposed to be? This podcast.
Yay!
So, what is it and why are we even doing this?
Well, first of all, we are the network marketing gurus.
We are.
So we're going to touch a little bit
How
on
did
like.
that happen?
Well, you just got rich.
How did you get so rich?
Wow. How did you get so rich? I started helping people, babe. Helping people. Actually, I was completely against network marketing. And isn't it strange that okay, so between us, how much are we, set the scene. How much are we making between us right now when we see how did you get so rich?
We make a couple of million in the industry annually on a passive basis. And I am five years in, just over. And are you coming up to six now?
6 years in April.
And
It's gone so quick.
It's gone
How does it go so
so
quick?
quick. But I remember, and we talk about this quite often, like I was terrified to say that I was in network marketing for a good 2 or 3 years. And I always say this because I used to be a network marketing hater. And now I'm a network marketing educator. And I couldn't. I do.
Hater to educator.
Exactly.
Is that your mission statement, babes?
It's one of them. I've got about 1 million at this point. But to go from like having the ick about network marketing to doing as well as we do is like a bit of a 180, isn't it?
It's a journey. I was exactly the same. I had tried network marketing. I'm going to say about 15 years ago. I was rubbish. I'd never made more than £500 a month. I couldn't sell. I was doing products. I was trying to sell like skincare. I couldn't sell it. For love nor money, I could not sell it.
Yeah.
I was buying more than I was selling. I had a garage full of product. And I was a bit of a, it just doesn't work. It only works for the people at the top. I was anti it.
Yeah.
So when this business hit my inbox, what happened was I was actually traveling at the time with my family. I'd kind of picked up a bit of traction on Instagram. My husband had left his job. We were traveling around the world with 3 kids at the time. I now have 4. People
want more.
and I had to have 100 more. I'm that person. But I picked up a bit of traction. My inbox was filling up. Rach, there's this business that's come over from the US and it's travel. And my initial reaction was, is it network marketing?
Mm-hmm.
And the minute that everybody said yes, I was like, I am not interested. Absolutely negative. No, not a chance. Am I going to go out there on social media in the public eye and sell something to somebody? And I was a hard no 21 times.
Yeah,
Famously. 21 times. Can you imagine how pissed off you'd be if you were the 20 people that had asked me and not followed up with me?
I am actually pissed off that I didn't ask it, because how?
I'm pissed off that you're not in
Pissed off that I
my
didn't
business.
Find you.
I'm a bit pissed off that I didn't find you. Well, we found each other in the
We
end.
did eventually.
But we do not financially benefit. And I think that's really important, because I think a lot of people in the industry are really competitive, but actually at the top, there's collaboration over competitive.
So this is the thing, that my story is like a little bit different to yours, and I was in corporate, like I'd been to uni, got the degree, did the tick box exercise that society gives us in school, and I hit the age of 30 and I was like, this is bullshit, like I cannot do this until I'm 65. I was like begging for my holidays to be approved. I was making decent money, but I didn't have any time to spend it. And then the more important I got, the less time freedom I had. And network marketing to me was like the ickiest thing ever. I used to get the hey hon messages.
Do you want to do what I do?
Yeah.
I think you'd be really good at it.
Do you know
I love
what
your
used to-
Instagram page.
Do you know what? We're going to cover all this.
Wink.
Do you know what used to piss me off? When somebody used to try and sell me weight loss shit.
I got it the other day.
And I was like,
I kid you not. Somebody said, would they like me to go along with their weight loss journey? I was like, what you trying? You trying to tell me I'm fat? I took it so personally. Usually I'll just be like, oh no,
did.
darling, I already do network marketing. I was like, why? Do you think I'm fat?
yeah, listen, stay awake at night, like sweating, thinking about somebody trying to sell me a milkshake.
Like, don't need your pills. I've got my own.
So that was my impression of network marketing, and I had never seen travel-based network marketing
Never.
before. Well, I still haven't, because it's the only one.
Are we the only people that do it? I don't think we've
Of
got any
the
competition,
calibre.
have we?
Well, I mean, people try, but people die in the process.
They
like-
try and they die.
Yeah, it's not worth trying, but nobody's got the caliber of product that
Yeah.
we've got in the industry, and that was genuinely the only reason that I looked at it. But I was the person that said, I'm not selling, I'm not going to build a team, I'm never sharing it with anyone. Did you say that?
I was doing it for my own. Well, I was sold it wrong at the beginning.
I
So
think we both were. And
yeah,
we've-
it was
we've
like, come and
changed
join a
that.
savings program, and I was like, oh, that sounds
No.
fun. Then I realised that was bullshit, and it wasn't a savings program. It was actually a business. It was a career, and
It's a
I think
career.
the twist for me was, shit, it's actually a career.
It's money making,
But
not money saving.
First 3 years, I did not use the word network marketing. When people say, oh, do you do network marketing? No. No,
no,
I was number one in the company. I'm like, do you do network marketing? No, not me. It's not me. That's not another Rachael Leah. Not me. No, not me. Wild.
It's
Wild.
because of, I think, the general perception of network marketing, and my perception of coming from that corporate background and like thinking that I was, hoity-toity because I've got a degree and was climbing a corporate ladder. It was a bit shamed, network marketing as an industry, but it's because of the way people were doing it and the reputation that the hey
Yeah.
huns, do you want to lose a stone in a week and drink this milkshake messages that were sent to me like put me off it. And so when I found something that aligned with me, travel, not just me, aligns with everybody on the planet, everyone on social media, I was like, I need to take a serious look at that. And so I did. And I thought, I now get to be the change in the industry that I want to see. And we've done, not to blow our own trumpet, but we've done
But we will.
such a good job.
Toot.
But
We're
we've just-
taking the ick out of network
network
marketing,
marketing,
because
yeah.
I get so pissed off. There's people in my inbox and I'm like, you could be really good and you have a really good product and you could be incredible at this, but somebody is teaching you to send these
Exactly.
spammy messages,
spammy pammy.
spammy pammy, and you're going to leave because everybody's going to say no to you. You're going to leave and you're going to be the one that
And you
goes
sound
on
like
to
you've joined a cult.
tattle. And It's my fuel. It's the fuel to my
This will
jet.
go straight on there. This will go straight
I
on there.
freaking hope so. Every time anybody mentions, like, bing, bing, swear to God, we're going to get to that in a minute. Every time somebody speaks about us negatively in this industry, my bank balance goes ding, 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 and they don't get it.
No.
It's like free promotion. It's the best freaking free promotion you could ever get.
I know, and we're going to add some more coals to the fire in a minute.
We're going to piss off a lot of people today.
So what we've done is, and why have we started working together? Because you said it before, but we're not financially connected at all.
No.
Just for everyone at home, our producer asked before.
Our producer, James.
Hi, James.
Hi, James. Did you plan your outfit?
No.
No, it's because I wanted to, you said I'm one side of the brain. I'm going to say I'm the left side and you are the right side of the brain. And together, well, it's a mastermind.
It's a mastermind.
We work together with people. We have the same mentor, and our mentor runs a massive mastermind. And he's like, a mastermind is just two brains come together as one.
And I remember somebody telling me a long time ago that it's easier to make $1 million together than it is to try and make $1 million separately. And
100%.
I listened to that for that reason. And we knew of each other, but we weren't in the same business. We kind of got pushed together a little bit by the company because I was on stage and you was on stage. And naturally, when we started talking, we was like, oh, friend.
Hi, friend.
Oh, friend.
I think it was the first time, it was our company, and they pushed us together on stage. And they said, you two train together. And I think we came together with identical trainings from not speaking to each other. We got on stage. We were finishing each other. It's like you're my long lost twin.
Yeah, it is. But
Yin and yang.
I'm on the dark side, though.
I'm slowly getting there, baby. Slowly coming over to your way of thinking. But it is. It's like when you have the two brains. And I've made more money since I partnered up with you than I made on my own. And that is an absolute fact. And this is we're big believers in collaboration. It doesn't matter if you're financially benefiting at the time. You will financially benefit through collaborating with people. And you see it at the top of network marketing.
Yeah. And where you don't see it is at the bottom of anything. And it's because it's a low energy vibe. And let's talk about low energy vibes, because we know where this is going to end up. It's probably already on there before he's dropped it out. I was driving here before.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. These are for you. I was driving here before, and I was thinking about Tattle and other like negative, low energy places that people spend their time on the internet. And I was thinking about it because of something that you posted the other day, which I would like you to speak about actually, which was you trigger lazy people. And I was watching it and I was like, people. Yes, that's what it is.
No, I do. Yeah. I put something I've been doing this week. I thought, you know what? I'm actually going to show a whole, I said 100, I was out there. I said, I'm going to do 100 days of a day in the life of, and show people exactly what it looks like to be earning our money. You know, we earn, 6 figures a month. What does it look like in your day? Can you have the time, location, financial freedom that we sell? I have to show that. So I started to post my day, the ups, the downs, and the everythings, and the things that I probably would be scared to post usually because it looks a bit braggy. Now, remember, bragging only is taken that way to some people. Mm-hmm. Other people will be inspired. But for the first time, I think ever, I have shown everything in my life, and a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
Because they're lazy.
And it looks like work because it is work. So I've been watching this. Yeah. I feel like I live in your house with you because I get up in the morning. I always say this as well. I get up in the morning and I make my cup of tea or my coffee. I don't even drink tea. You drink your tea and I drink my coffee.
I'm 95% tea bag.
And I am 100% coffee. And I watch your story and I feel like I'm in your front room with you. But you're up early, you're like sorting out food for kids, you are back to back dropping them off, organising uniforms, and that's at 5 a.m. and that pisses people off because that's what the work looks like with 4 kids. A lot of people make an excuse of, I can't do something because of my kids. And actually, you use your kids as the reason that you do something.
But this is something that you talk about a lot. Why are you using your why as your excuse? Yeah. And you do a really good training on this. For anybody who's not seen, Leah's trainings, she's an incredible presenter on stage. And one of your trainings is using your why as your excuse. If you're doing this for your kids, why are you using your kids as an excuse? You know, talk to us a little bit about that. I don't want you to give everybody your training away, but talk to us a little bit about using your why as an excuse and the lazy people. We're triggering the lazy people.
Yeah,
I don't care how you package it.
That's exactly
You're freaking
what it
lazy.
is.
If I've triggered you by what I do in the day, you're too freaking lazy to do what I do.
That's what it is, and it's like I remember, like Molly May said something about having 24 hours in a day, and it got so much backlash from people. And it's a bit similar to what's just happened with yours, but the reality is, look, and I'm not saying that people don't have stuff going on, but we have stuff going on. Like last year genuinely was one of the worst years for me personally in my life ever. But it was the best year in business for me ever. And it's because the way my brain works and the way I try and train other people's brains to work is you can use that as fuel, or you can let it stop you dead in your tracks. And everything can have a positive outcome if you reframe your way of thinking. So people will say, you know, I can't do something because I've got kids. Like, get up a bit earlier. It's not an excuse. Do it for the kids. Or I can't do something because, you know, this is my excuse. And I don't say this to, you know, bash anyone. I say this because I retrained my brain to get me out of where I was to where I am now, and I continue to do that. So my excuse for not joining was I don't have time. I've got a really busy corporate job, and I have got 24 hours in my day. And so how did I create time? I just got up earlier and went to bed later. I sacrificed the gym. For anyone that doesn't know, I put on what we call the Jet Set Stone.
Oh, don't talk about the stone. It's like people talk about the Dubai stone. I never understood what a Dubai stone was. People were like, oh, it's the... But I thought it was like a landmark. Can we see the Dubai... Where's the Dubai stone? And they're like, it's on my ass. And it's like, it is like the
landmark has just sent me.
I went all the way to freaking Dubai to see the landmark. It's on her ass. But honestly, it's like sitting behind the... You do it, but you know what? Did I make you sad? But it's true, isn't it? It's like you sacrifice stuff. You get up a little bit early. You go to bed. And I think the problem is when we're getting negativity. Actually, somebody messaged me yesterday and they were like, you know, when they say Beyonce's got 24 hours in a day, I'm going to start saying, well, Rachael Leah's got 24 hours in her day. And your body, you know, when people go, do you sleep? I'm like, I do, but I'm intentional with all my time. I think the thing that me and you are intentional with our time. And we time block. And if I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Like right now, I'm doing this. I'm not doing other things. And also buying time. People say you can't buy time. I have bought
me too.
Time.
Me too.
All the mundane things in my life that I can't be bothered to do.
I've got a PA.
No, I can't be bothered. I've got a PA. I've got a VA. I've got a nanny. And people go, oh, she's got a PA, a VA, a nanny. I was like, yeah, because they cost me £20 an hour each. And I can...
What would our hourly rate be if we broke it
I think we worked it down at about £750 an hour.
So
I'm going to outsource £20 of somebody to do my school run so I can make £750, which allows me time with my kids. And it's like... Get it. When were you not listening? Why are you not listening to us? It's not about, oh, she's got this, she's got that. She's outsourcing this.
It's the reframing.
Buying time for our whys.
It's the reframing that people need to do. And it's that, it's that excuse. Your why can be an excuse, or it can be the reason that you change something. So the other thing on that is like when I hear people say, I can't do it because X, I've got no time. How long are you going to have that problem for? Because I was continually not going to have any time if I stayed in my 9 to 5. And that was going to look like that until I was 65 or whatever they've told you can retire at nowadays. I think they might have even upped it. So like, how long was you going to have that problem for? Forever. Or we can sacrifice something and reframe our brain a little bit and build something, which is exactly what we've done. And we've had a bit of a wild year this year.
This year has been fun.
It has, and it's only March.
Are we really only in March?
Yeah, brand new month.
I mean, we were saying that we were doing this from October last year, so well done us. Look, as we get stuff done.
We do get stuff done.
Eventually.
No, sometimes we do it immediately, and sometimes we just do it like further down the line. But
it's been wild.
It's been wild. But wild start to the year because we had a book come out. Didn't we?
Wow.
What the actual fuck?
But not even one. We had two, and I can't remember the name of the second
It's
one.
the Momentum Blueprint, and it's coming out in March.
Can I be
It's
absolutely...
March now. It's coming out like now. So
Can I be honest? Confession.
What's the confession?
I've only read mine and your bit. I've
have.
actually not read this book. I must have sold this book to thousands of people. I've actually not read anybody else's. So basically what happened is that we got given a chapter.
And it's
What's your chapter? I say I've read your chapter. What? I can't... I'm going to guess what your... I have read it, but I promise. I promise.
Know. I've read yours.
Yours is going to be on... Shit, I should know this. I have read it.
Building versus recruitment.
Oh, building versus recruitment.
And then we've... So basically what happened is, as part of the mastermind that we're in, loads of the top network marketers, like globally, have pulled together for one of these books, and we both got invited to do a chapter. And before we'd even, I think, received that copy, how funny! And it's a #1 bestseller in about 5 categories as well. But then somebody was saying to me,
#1 bestsellers. I actually put that in my bio.
Me too.
First thing, do you know?
Humble brag.
Humble brag. Did you know I'm an Amazon #1 bestseller?
And so. And the second one's about to come out, and we know that that's going to go straight to #1. But let's just talk about manifestation a little bit.
Did you just say we know that's going to go?
Yeah.
The one thing I love about Leah is she's disillusional.
Delusional.
What's disillusional?
I don't know, but we'll Google it.
Delusional. You're delusional, and I love it. What did we just say out there?
Which bit?
Skiing. I said I'm going to go skiing. I'm going to learn skiing.
You'll be able to do it because you think you can. So
she went, you're delusional, so you'll do it. You'll be able to do it. And I think that's the way that we've...
It's the key.
That's the highs, I think, for us, is that we're so delusional that we go, we'll write a book. Oh, poof.
And it'll go to #1.
I go, poof, poof. Things do that, don't they? They just like, I'll do this, poof. It's the delusional confidence that I think you need. And I think a lot of our highs this year and last year especially have been because we're just so goddamn delusional.
Delusional until it becomes true. It looks delusional to everybody else, and I think you've just got to 1,000,000% back yourself in anything that you're doing. Like, I didn't hesitate when I just said that book will go to #1.
I believe you, though.
I would literally draw all of my money out of my account and go and put it on at Betfred now that will go to #1. I'm so certain.
And also other betting. Are we allowed to say that? There are many more other companies where you could also bet on the book going to #1.
But that's what's going to happen, and I think that's something that we've had a lot of in the last probably 18 months, where we've just checked off massive milestones.
Actually, in our podcast that we talk about next week, we have a guest. We have our first guest, and we actually touch on this. So we filmed a podcast recently in Vegas with our mentor, and we touch on this, the tick list. That it's just
we're going to cover that.
It's just something that it's there. If we say we're going to do it, we do it. If we say it's going to be #1, it's going to be #1. You know, it's just, I don't know what is that. Just could we call it manifesting?
It is.
Is it manifesting on like another level?
It's manifesting. So when I got into business and I started to like do personal development, 'cause I thought personal development was like a buzzword.
Cuckoo.
Did you?
It's for the cuckoo people.
Yeah, I was like, who are these people reading
Was
this
it
self-help
howling
book?
to the moon? Was it you said yesterday in a chat?
Rubbing the crystals at the
and
sky.
howling to the moon. It's
And
for
howling
those
at the moon.
people. It's not for us.
No, that was what I thought it was like, and that was because so at school they teach us that you're done with learning at 16 or 18 or whatever, and actually your frontal lobe's not even developed at 18. Like, you've got a whole other growth spurt to go through mentally, and most people stay at that age financially and educationally because they've reached the capacity on learning. So when I got into self-development, which was at like probably like 25, 26, and I started to read about manifestation, I think The Secret was the first book I read, I was like, why have they wrote a book on this? Like, is everybody not just thinking like this? And I was perplexed that nobody else just thought that they could do anything. I've been doing that since I was a kid, I'm telling you. So I used to quit before I got into real estate, which was what I got my degree in. I used to quit a job probably every week. I used to walk into an office like, the vibes are off, I'm leaving.
Done. It's not me.
And my mum would be like, you can't just leave. And I was like, I can, I'll get another one tomorrow. And she's like, how? And I would get another one tomorrow, and I'd be like, I've got an interview on Tuesday, I'll get it. I've never been for a job interview and not got it. And I was convinced before I even went. I didn't even know what the job was about.
Why does that not surprise me?
But I've been unconsciously manifesting from a young age. So when I started to read about it and I was like, I do this anyway, then I could really harness it.
But it's a belief system, isn't it? And this is
Yeah.
something that we can come on to, you know, down the
Do a
line.
whole
But I just,
episode on
I remember being 6 years old and doing a dance competition and winning the dance competition. And I shouldn't have won it that day. Hands down, I was not the best in the room that day. And my mum came out, and my mum's pretty ruthless with the truth. She was like, well, I don't know how you did that. And this woman walked past and went, it's because if she fell in shit, she'd come out smelling of roses. And I remember thinking, oh, really? Really? And it was meant really awfully, but I took it as
a compliment. To me.
And I believed that from the age of being like 6 to 8. I believed that if something went wrong, I would always win. And I swear it was the first maybe belief that was ever put in my head, and I just didn't lose it. So I'm like, well, I can't lose. That's not an option. I'll learn, but I'll never fail.
Yeah.
I'll always win. And I think when we met each other, it was like,
Same.
I've never met anybody. That's why there's a 1% club, though.
Yeah. Yeah, there absolutely is. And I think, obviously, once we've met each other and started to like harness the power of what we were capable of separately, we were like, we could take over the world together. And that's pretty
Starting
much
today.
Yeah, pretty much what we've been doing with 2 books and just the growth in both of our businesses, but also the growth in us as humans, like together and separately, has been so nice. But so the highs of the business have been high, lows of business. What have our lows been in the last couple of years?
I think they can be, I think loneliness can be a massive low in this business.
I think that's another reason why this is.
Especially at leadership level, where everybody's looking up to you. And it might be that you've gotten to leadership and you're not really a leader. You've gotten there on numbers before you've gotten there mindset. There's been many moments, before we got together, there was many moments where I was like, I don't think I can actually lead these people. Imposter syndrome sets in, lows. We don't even know where we are sometimes.
No.
You wake up in a hotel room and you're like,
I do that often.
Like, where are we? I mean, you do that more than I do.
Yeah.
Whereas you are everywhere. And waking up in a hotel room sometimes, relationships are strained.
Yeah.
I've got a very, very supportive husband, but relationships can be strained with this business.
Absolutely. And like, I'm single. I have been in like sporadic relationships, but I think in both of my past relationships, me just getting on and off a plane constantly and being in, to a lot of people it looks great online, like, oh, you're in a 5-star hotel, oh, you're flown first class, and I'm on my own. Yeah, and it looks great and it is great, but sometimes it would be better shared. But what you've just said there about the business element of it is exactly how I was feeling. Like, we can't take problems to people that we lead, and we lead everyone in our organisation.
And there's nobody above.
No.
But you hit an all-time low this morning. Of all the lows, that I think we're going to struggle to bounce back, what was your all-time ultimate low this morning, Leah Lockett? Leah went, Rach, it's just really bad.
Do you know what I realised? How much of a dick I just sounded after I said it. So I had an operation a couple of days ago, and I've got stitches at the minute, so I'm a little bit sore. That's why I'm sat like this. And
I've mirrored you to make you feel better.
Thank you. I had to get in my car this morning, and I drive a Range Rover.
What was your all-time low?
I couldn't get into my Range Rover because they didn't want to split my stitches.
And it didn't have a step.
And
She went, it was a really bad morning.
And after I said it, I was like, what a twat.
Is it a wonder people speak about us, babe? Is it a wonder that the all-time low has its own Instagram page?
It does have its own Instagram page.
They said this.
And it's on, I think we're on a couple of forums, and that kind of goes back to the low. But I was thinking about this while I was driving this morning, after I managed to get in my car and not split my stitches. I was thinking about people that spend the time trolling online, right? Hear me out.
I want to recruit every single one of them.
I would like to recruit them because they're already doing network marketing.
They're the best.
They're doing network marketing.
The best.
For free. And I was thinking about websites. I don't want to give them, should we give them names? Maybe. Let's give them some airtime. Tattle, for example. The people on Tattle are recruiting other people that are in a low vibe energy, and they're recruiting them for free to be mean about other people, and they're getting them to do activities online, like, right? But they're not income producing.
Do you think any of them have just gone, shit?
I hope so. Come and join my business. I'd love to help you change your bad vibe into some profit and helping some other people. Because what they're doing, people like that and people that spend their time negatively online, trolling, writing shit on forums, like picking whatever we're saying apart, for free, is the wasting time, the losing money, and the operating in a shit negative energy. Now, network marketing is the reverse of that. You're making time, you're getting time back, you're buying time back, you're spending your time wisely online, and you're getting paid for the time that you're spending. And you're recruiting people and speaking to people and building with people that are on high vibe, high energy. That trolling is reverse network marketing.
You've just closed Tattle in 2.5 seconds. It's
I would
just
love
gone
to.
bust. Everybody needs mass exodus. Whoosh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing that for 4 hours a day for free. Can you imagine what you did if you applied yourself?
Can you imagine if they were sitting? I mean, I would love to get my hands on some of these people and work with them. They have potential. If anything,
so much potential. They're so driven.
So driven.
For negativity.
I mean, they are committed to the cause. They turn up every single day in your stories. I mean, sometimes I've got trouble making my team turn up and getting committed. Commitment, turning up to the cause.
They're fucking on it.
On it.
Trolls are great. But they need to monetize the scroll, that's all I'm saying.
I'm thinking a whole new pivot. Pivots to something we'll talk about later. I'm pivoting to troll land.
Mate, get them off that and get them in the business. Because reverse recruitment is key.
It's genius. And actually, they do recruit for us as well. I've had so many people say, well, I was on this website and they were talking about you. So I kind of came over to have a look.
To see.
And
I was being nosy.
And actually, can I do what you do? Thank you, Tattle.
Yeah.
Friends.
And everybody else that's trolling. But really, what we want to do with this podcast is change the perception of network marketing as an industry, but give you some insights into how you can have it all as well, how it doesn't need to be one or the other, how life doesn't need to be full of sacrifices, and how you can do it doing something that you love and something that you're passionate about as well.
And we want you to write into us, and we're going to be agony aunts. We're going to answer all your questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to love this.
I am. Give us like network marketing icks.
We want to know who's pissing you off. We want to know what's going wrong.
Anonymous?
Anonymous. We are going to out the naughty people in network marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to hit the line at some point.
I think we've probably hit it already in episode 1, but
holy moly.
We didn't call it the Mile High Club for nothing. It was designed to be a bit tongue-in-cheek, but lots of business, and more importantly, loads of fun, because nobody wants to sit and listen to business day in, day out without a little bit of laughter.
I'm excited, and this is just the beginning. So, guys, if you are watching this for the first time, well, you will because it's our first one.
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing if you've seen this before. But please subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, please subscribe. Please follow us, and please come back every single week. We are going to be, I think, maybe 1 or 2. Maybe start with 1. We'll go up to 2. But we're going to be educating you. We're going to be telling you the ins and out of network marketing. We're going to have some incredible guests.
God, we've got
we're going to be going.
many
I think
good
we go to Vegas next week. Next week's podcast comes from Vegas.
Oh yes, it does. I thought we were going to Vegas next week.
No, that's 2 weeks.
Are we?
No, when do we go to Vegas? May. Our next one is May. But
yeah.
next week we go to Vegas.
Yeah. And we've got, honestly, we've got some like mind-blowing guests lined up.
I am so excited.
Some business, some not, some that you will have heard of, like definitely will have heard of before, by the way.
Some controversial.
Yeah, we've got some of those.
Some controversial ones.
Yeah.
You're gonna wanna stick around.
You're definitely going to want to subscribe, so please do that, and we will see you very soon. Thanks, guys.